Joining me now from Capitol Hill for more on this pending government shutdown and the standoff over tax cuts, Budget Committee member and Tea Party favorite, freshman Congressman James Lankford of Oklahoma. Congressman Lankford, thank you for joining us tonight. It is a standoff. We hear word that perhaps there will be the Republicans intend to file this mega bus spending bill tonight. What can you tell me about that?
Yeah, here's the ironic part about it is all summer long the Democrats complained that we were threatening a government shutdown, and then so help me, now they are threatening a government shutdown if they don't get their way. It just was completely hypocritical. What happened was, and I heard Harry Reid mention this earlier in your program, say it's not complete, it's not complete. It's been fully negotiated with the House and the Senate, and then you have a final conference and you fully negotiate it there, and then you sign the documents. The Republicans have signed the documents. The Democrats refused to sign it. So the not complete means we didn't sign it, but it's all been agreed to. So we're looking seriously at going ahead and passing it, sending it over to the Senate, saying we've all agreed on this whole principle of what we're going to do on the spending. It matches the 1043 number that we've all agreed to reduce spending. Let's get it done and not have another government shutdown looming.
Yeah, and of course the Democrats are frightened if you get this done, you're going to take off and there'll be less to compromise on the payroll tax cut issue.
No, see, the funny part about that is we've already voted on the payroll tax piece. We included the reform of the unemployment insurance, the payroll tax extension. We paid for all of it. We've already done that and sent it over to the Senate. The Senate has brought up 3 different bills in the past 2 weeks on this payroll tax extension and unemployment piece, and they failed on all 3 of them. So it's ironic, again, we passed a piece, sent it to the Senate, which now Harry Reid is saying DOA, but they won't pass something in the Senate. They won't do the work of negotiating it and respond. So we're going to pass over a budget and get that done so we can avoid a government shutdown, and we'll see if they're going to continue to hold it up. And then we're going to have another piece that's already sitting over there and see what they do to respond to it.
Now, last month you voted against a spending bill. Why was that, and how are your conservative colleagues viewing this one?
Well, I voted against the last appropriations piece because it did not fit the 1043 number. It had another $11 billion that had been added onto it by the Senate, and I did not approve of that. And so we negotiated long and hard this summer to get the spending down, to make sure it was below last year's spending levels. The last bill that came out had the spending targets above it. I voted against it. This one matches those targets to make sure we stay under last year's spending. We've got to start working spending down. Even if it's a modest decrease, we've got to get real numbers down. In fact, I have a bill that I've just dropped that we're going to do a markup on and take it to committee in late January, early February, that prevents government shutdowns. What it does, if you get to the end of the fiscal year and there's no budget done again, like it was this year when the Senate didn't pass a budget and the House did, if we get to that, there's an automatic CR that kicks in with a 1% across-the-board cut on everything. And it lasts for 90 days. If it don't pass a budget still, there's another 1% cut across it. So the default is a reduced spending, but we get out of this whole brinksmanship like we're dealing with on Friday to say we're going to have another government shutdown. We got to quit that. There's 7 this year. Just this year, there's 7 of them.
Congressman, about 10 seconds. Based on what you've seen so far, and everything comes down to the last minute in Washington, is there a very real risk the government will shut down?
It is going to be completely up to the Senate, and I hate to say it that way, but this is a negotiated piece with the House and the Senate negotiators completely done. We're going to pass it. We're going to send it to the Senate. If they want to play this game, it's going to be on their lap, but I certainly hope not. This is the wrong time of year to deal with these kind of issues. So let's get it done. They're trying to mess with this spending bill to try to hold hostage a different bill because they don't like the Keystone Pipeline.
Exactly. All right. We're out of time. Good luck. Thank you very much,
Thank
Congressman James Lankford, joining us tonight. We appreciate that.